Good morning students. This video is about class 9 geography chapter 2. It is part 2 of chapter 2. In first part we have seen about formation of Indian subcontinent, formation of great mountains of north, that is Himalayas, northern plains which is also known as Indo-Gangetic plains of India, and the peninsular plateau and its main features. Now in today's lecture we will learn about remaining relief features of India like Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, the Indian deserts, coastal plains and island groups of India. This is next topic and about Western Ghats. Western Ghats lie parallel to the western coast, and these ghats are continuous and cannot be crossed because they are very high, but can be crossed through passes only. It is divided into 3 subdivisions which are Sahyadri, Nilgiri, Annamalai or Cardamom Hills. Their average height is between 900 to 1600 meters. The highest peak is Anaimudi with height of 2695 meters. They mark the western edge of the Deccan Plateau. Narmada and Tapi are the 2 large rivers of Peninsular Plateau which passes through Western Ghat by Rift Valley as they are flowing towards west. Height of Western Ghat progressively increases from north to south. Doda Beta with height of 2637 meters is one more important peak of this ghat. Thal Ghat, Bhor Ghat and Pal Ghat are the passes of Western Ghat by which we can cross these high ghats. Famous hill stations of Western Ghats are Uttakmandalam, which is known as Ooty, and the Kodaikanal. Now, Eastern Ghats. They stretch from the Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiri in the south. They are discontinuous and irregular and are dissected by some major rivers of south like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Their average height is 600 meters as the peninsular plateau is sloping towards east. The highest peak of Eastern Ghat is Mahendragiri with height of 1501 meters. The Eastern Ghats mark the eastern edge of the Deccan Plateau. Now this map is showing Western and Eastern Ghats and Indian desert. With the help of this map we can easily understand the actual position of Ghats. Distinct features of Peninsular Plateau is black soil area which is known as Deccan Trap, and the total area is highly eroded and having broken hills. Major rivers of Eastern Ghats form delta and flowing towards east, discharging their water into the Bay of Bengal. Our next topic is about Indian desert, which is also known as Thar Desert. It lies to the western margins of the Aravallis. Thar Desert is having plenty of sand dunes. This region receives very less rainfall, even less than 25 cm or 150 mm in a year. Climate of this desert is arid and support very low vegetation cover. In this region, streams are seasonal and they appear in the rainy season only. Luni, it is the only large river in this region. It is covered with plenty of sand dunes and barchans that are crescent shaped dunes cover large area. Now the coastal plains. These are narrow coastal strips running along the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east. These are known as western coast and eastern coast of the coastal plain. The western coasts are sandwiched between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. It is a narrow plain and consists of three sections. The northern part of the coast is called the Konkan. The central is called Connaught Plain and the southern part is called the Malabar coast. There are few natural harbors and lagoons along the coast. The plain along the Bay of Bengal are wide and level. In the northern part it is called Northern Sarkar, while the southern part is known as Coromandel coast. This is subdivision of eastern coastal plain. Large rivers such as the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri form extensive deltas on the eastern coast. Lake Chilika is also located on the eastern coast. It is the largest saltwater lake of India. Now this is islands. An island is any piece of subcontinental land that's surrounded by water. India is having two groups of islands. One is Lakshadweep, located in Arabian Sea, and the second one is Andaman Nicobar Island, located in the Bay of Bengal. Now the Lakshadweep Island. They are located in the Arabian Sea. It is the smallest union territory of India in terms of area, as they cover only 32 square kilometer. They are formed by coral polyps, which means the product of microscopic species, and are smaller in size, that of a ring or horseshoe shaped. They are called atolls. So atolls are circular horseshoe shaped coral reefs. These islands are a group of 36 islands located 300 km to the west of the Kerala coast. Only 10 are inhabited and only 6 have been opened for tourism. Kavaratti is the administrative headquarters of Lakshadweep Island and has great diversity of flora and fauna. This is about Andaman and Nicobar Island. It is located in the Bay of Bengal. Now about Andaman and Nicobar Island. These islands are located in the Bay of Bengal and are bigger in size and more numerous. It is a group of 300 islands spread over an area of 350 kilometers. The Nicobar group has 19 islands and are larger than Lakshadweep Island. These islands are believed to be an elevated portion of submarine mountains and were formed by volcanic eruptions. Port Blair is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Island. These islands lie close to the equator and experience equatorial climate. Most of the islands has thick forest cover and a great diversity of flora and fauna. Now, our topic is the physiographic divisions are complementary to each other. The main divisions, how they complement each other, how they are helpful to each other. The main divisions are Great Mountain Wall, Northern Plain, Peninsular Plateau, and the coastal region and island groups of India. So these all four features complementary to each other, like the Himalayas provide forest, water, check soil and wind erosion, and maintain the ecology of the country. The river descending from the Himalayas have made northern plain very fertile and ideal for agriculture. Likewise, the northern plains are the greenery of India. It provides us all types of crops and is a very productive part of India, which support a large population of our country. The Plateau region is a storehouse of mineral which has provided the industrial base to India. All mineral based industries are depend on this storehouse, which is Indian Peninsula. The coastal region and island groups provide sites for fisheries and port activities. Thus, the diverse physical features of the land have immense future possibilities of developments. Thank you.